may cause anxiety, depression, nausea, heart attack, and in rare cases, death. Other than that, totally safe. Welcome back to Waffle Ladders, the only show where reading the fine print counts as cardio. Today we're asking a dangerous question. Is Big Pharma actually on your side? Now, before anyone panics, this is not don't take medicine. Medicine saves lives, doctors save lives, antibiotics are awesome. But the pharmaceutical industry, that's a $1 trillion business whose primary symptom is profit. You don't believe me? Well, let's climb the ladder. Number 10, profit comes first. Patients are a distant second. Big pharma companies don't wake up thinking, how do we cure humanity today? They wake up thinking, how do we beat last quarter? Public companies have a legal duty to maximize shareholder value, not public health. If curing a disease is less profitable than treating it forever, well, guess which one wins? A patient on monthly medication? That's a subscription model. Netflix, but with side effects. Number 9, cures don't make headlines. Treatments do. Notice how often you hear about new treatments, but rarely about cures? That's not an accident. Chronic conditions like diabetes, arthritis, depression, high cholesterol, these generate decades of recurring revenue. A one-time cure is financially boring and not very profitable. A daily pill? That's a retirement plan. If Big Pharma ran fire departments, they'd use chemicals in restarting candles instead of water. Number 8, side effects are a feature, not a bug. Ever notice how one drug creates 3 new problems, which require 3 new prescriptions? That's called polypharmacy, and it's wildly profitable. Blood pressure med causes fatigue. Fatigue med causes anxiety. Anxiety med causes insomnia. Insomnia med causes need another med. Congratulations, you've unlocked the pharma loyalty program.
Here, do I get reimbursed for every prescription?
Well, probably. Let's see. 2 of these are for the dogs.
That's no problem. I have extended coverage.
Number 7, FDA approval isn't the gold standard you think it is. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The FDA relies heavily on data provided by drug companies themselves, and they pay for the testing. Yes, the same companies that financially benefit from approval. Clinical trials are often short-term, conducted on limited populations, designed to compare drugs to placebos, not better alternatives. Of course, if it won't help them, they don't compare to placebos, as is the case with vaccines. And once a drug is approved, post-market side effects become your problem. You're not a patient, you're phase 4 of the trial. Number 6, lobbying because democracy needs a prescription. Big Pharma spends hundreds of millions of dollars a year lobbying politicians. Why? To block price negotiations, to extend patents, to prevent cheaper generics, to keep advertising legal, to keep their vaccine immunity. In fact, the USA is one of only 2 countries on earth that allows direct-to-consumer pharmaceutical advertising, New Zealand being the other. You know, nothing says medical decision like a slow-motion jog on the beach followed by the words, "Ask your doctor if this is right for you."
Hey Dad, I've got a free tip for watchers. If you're jogging that smoothly on the beach, you probably don't need the pill they're selling.
Exactly. If you can afford the beach house and the trophy wife, you're not their target market. They want the guy who can barely get off the couch.
You mean like Uncle Melvin? Isn't he like 400 pounds?
Yes, but we're not showing that on TV because that's not exactly great marketing. Number 5, advertising works, even when it shouldn't. Drug ads don't sell medicine, they sell identity. You're not sick, you're underdiagnosed. Feeling tired, sad, distracted, unmotivated? Congrats, there's a pill for that. And once patients ask for it, doctors feel pressure to prescribe it, even if it's not the best option. When medicine becomes marketing, symptoms become opportunities. Number 4, natural and lifestyle fixes don't pay the bills. Diet, exercise, sleep, stress reduction, Incredibly powerful, but also incredibly hard to make money off. There's no billion-dollar business in that. Walking more, eating better, sleeping 8 hours, just doesn't make money. So guess what? Doctors don't advise to do them in the most part. They want to give you a pill and send you on your way. Nobody runs ads for broccoli or vitamin D or sunshine. Did you know that hospitals used to have sun decks? I wonder why. Number 3, legal settlements are just cost of doing business. Pharma companies have paid billions in fines for misleading doctors, hiding side effects, improper marketing, pushing addictive drugs, and yet profits keep rising. Why? Because the fines are tiny compared to the revenue. I mean, what's $40 million compared to $1 billion in profit? Nothing. If breaking the law costs less than following it, that's not punishment, that's pricing.
So, crime, but efficient. Is that like when a low-level mob guy takes the fall for the capo?
Exactly. Price of doing business. And look, until the punishment is severe, this nonsense continues. Number 2, doctors don't always get the full picture. Most doctors are doing their best, but they're also overworked, time limited, flooded with sales reps, fed industry-sponsored research. Medical education is heavily influenced by pharmaceutical funding. Guidelines often trail behind real-world outcomes, and doctors get about 7 to 15 minutes per patient. That's not healthcare. That's speed dating with prescriptions. Number 1, Big Pharma needs you dependent, not empowered. Here's the big one. Big Pharma doesn't thrive when patients understand nutrition, prevention, risk factors, alternative cheap remedies. They thrive when patients are confused, scared, and outsource responsibility.
Well, you've scared me.
I don't blame you, Tan. That's the goal. Because the more dependent you are, the more profitable you become. That doesn't mean medicine is bad. It means blind trust is dangerous. The healthiest patient for pharma is one who never asks why. So, there you go. Big Pharma isn't your friend, but that doesn't make it your enemy either. It makes it a business. And the moment you forget that, you stop being a patient and start being a product. Ask questions, get a second opinion, understand risks and benefits, look into alternatives, and remember, your health deserves more thought than a TV commercial. If this made you uncomfortable, hit like. If it made you think, subscribe. And if it made you angry, welcome to Waffle Ladders. And as always, keep climbing.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.